As real estate goes, the year 2022 will be remembered by many as the year that left many of us scratching our heads. For the first time in the last decade, median home prices in Washington, D.C. actually declined. What just happened? Hi friends and neighbors, I'm Brett West with the UrbanCastle team at McInerney Associates Realtors in Washington, D.C. It's January 2023, and so time to have a look at the year in real estate sales for Washington, D.C., and then more specifically for my favorite neighborhood, 16th Street Heights. With the mortgage interest rate escalating from 3.5% to more than 7% between April and September, how did property values fare? Is it wise to invest in DC's real estate market? We'll have an in-depth look at the UrbanCastle DC Housing Report for 2022 right after the intro. No doubt you're hearing people who position themselves as industry thought leaders and readers of crystal balls about how the real estate bubble burst in 2023. They'll often speak in rude and condescending, angry tones about how they told you it was going to happen. Like we're idiots for not just listening to one more barking mad dog in the universe of other barking mad dogs. I don't often find these people to be correct, but they are certainly influential. Usually the opinions are rooted in headlines and seldom are they founded in data. And I can say with 100% assuredness that these opinion makers have no insights whatsoever into your personal circumstances on which you make your real estate decisions. Here's where the UrbanCastle promise differs. Since the forming of the UrbanCastle team 15 years ago, we've held firmly that information is power. Our aim has always been to arm our clients with the data, insights, and expertise they need to make the powerful decisions that make best sense for their situation. And because opinions are half a penny a dozen these days, it has always been our preference to let the data do the talking. So without any further ado, let's jump into it, starting with co-ops. In 2022, a total of 514 cooperative units sold, spending an average of 72 days on the market before going under contract. These properties retained an average of 95.36% of their original asking price before selling. The median price for co-ops in 2022 was $359,000. That's down 2.3% from 2021, when the median price for co-ops was $367,500. The condo market was surprising to me because we expected the condo market to suffer more than the numbers tell us. In 2022, 4,062 condo units sold, remaining on the market an average of 49 days before going under contract. These properties retained an average of 97.4% of their original asking price. The median price for condos in DC during 2022 was $514,416. That's a mere $417 less than in 2021, when the median price was $514,833. Oddly, we saw the biggest drop in median price for attached properties, including row houses, townhomes, and semi-detached properties. In 2022, 2,606 of these homes sold, spending an average of 27 days on the market before going under contract. These homes retain an average of 98.7% of their original asking price to sell. The median price for these homes was $857,000. That's down 2% from the median price of $876,000 in 2021. In 2022, 1,214 detached properties sold, spending an average of 33 days on the market before going under contract. These homes retained 100.19% of their original asking price. The median price for detached properties in 2022 was $1,220,000. That's up 7.5% from 2021, when the median price was $1,135,000. In the intro, you heard me talk about, for the first time in the last 10 years, median home prices in Washington, D.C. declined. The truth is, properties dropped from a median price of $660,750 in 2021 to $659,950, a mere $800 or 0.12%. So let's not cry into our Wheaties just yet. As this graph shows, there's been appreciation of property values throughout Washington, D.C. over the past 10 years. That's a full 33% increase, to be exact. I'm not sure most stocks have sustained such growth over the past 10 years, but I can tell you one thing. There isn't a single stock on Wall Street that's provided shelter like your home. People ask me all the time, is it wise to invest in DC real estate? I'm not just a realtor, I'm a consumer of real estate just like you. So when I'm asked this question, I fall back on my own personal experience as an example. I bought my first home in the year 2000. We made an offer on this property in Columbia Heights in October 1999, located at the top of Meridian Hill Park. The seller was away on a cruise to Antarctica with no access to communication, so it took an excruciating 3 weeks of waiting before we even received a response to our offer. And it was accepted. We ended up buying at Meridian Hill Studio Apartments, a property featured in the illustrative coffee table book titled Best Addresses. The property was a cooperative built in 1917 to provide working and living space for artists. Check out the soaring ceiling heights of 25 feet and the enormous Palladian window. It came with 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and had last been updated, I guess, sometime in the early 80s. Price, $200,000. We did all of this work. Scraped down the walls, stripped paint off the woodwork, fully redesigned the kitchen. The only thing missing here now is the stunning Scottish Art Nouveau cabinet with stained glass and oak carvings around which we built the entire kitchen. 2 years into ownership, there was a breakup and a buyout. I walked away with $75,000. Then he sold the place in 2005 for $550,000. Those owners sold it in 2011 for $740,000. Well, in 2022, the place sold again, this time for $995,000. As property values go, not bad, eh? Just an example. Now let's turn our focus to 16th Street Heights, best darn neighborhood in the galaxy. In 2022, 16th Street Heights continued to be the target of much desire. With our homes boasting more bedrooms, overall square footage, and larger lot size than can be found downtown, and yet still mere minutes from the hustle and bustle of downtown DC. More importantly, 16th Street Heights continues to offer a congeniality among neighbors with an eagerness to say hi and stop to ask, how's it going? To me, you can't really place a value on that. In 2022, 5 co-ops sold, spending 70 days on the market before going under contract. These homes retained an average of 96.85% of their original asking price. The median price for co-ops in 16th Street Heights for 2022 was $240,000. That's a drop of 9.4% from 2021, when the median price was $265,000. In 2022, 13 condos sold, spending an average of 47 days on the market before going under contract, and retaining 94.12% of their original asking price. The median price for condos in 2022 was $274,000, a drop of 39% from $452,000 in 2021. In 2022, 31 attached properties sold, remaining on the market an average of 11 days and retaining 101.26% of their original asking price. The median price for these homes in 2022 was $890,000, a drop of 4.2% from 2021 when the median price was $1,023,000. In 2022, 27 detached properties were sold, spending an average of 18 days on the market before going under contract. These homes retained 102.27% of their original asking price. The median price for detached houses in 16th Street Heights was $1,267,000. That's a 3.6% increase from 2021 when the median price was $1,223,000. A total of 78 homes sold in 16th Street Heights versus 114 in 2021. The average days on market was 23 versus 19 in 2021. Properties retained an average of 100.17% of their original asking price versus 101.15% in 2021. The median price for homes in 16th Street Heights in 2022 was $910,000 versus $922,000 in 2021. That's a wrap for the UrbanCastle DC Housing Report for 2022. What does all this data tell us? Is there a bubble? If so, did it burst? I'll leave the decision making up to you. What's your next move? Know anyone looking to enter the market? What sort of real estate questions are on your mind? Please leave us your thoughts in the comments section below, or better yet, reach us today so we can schedule a discussion about your real estate goals. Ciao for now.